letter. We're walking on campus from a meeting, and allegedly a couple of white students had, said racial slurs, not just racial slurs, but a couple things that were misogynistic. And I don't know if you've seen the Legion of Black Collegians letters that went out yesterday morning. I think they posted it on social media, maybe sent it to a few reporters. And then kind of from there, it all started to not unravel, but unfold, where the university releases a statement and starts to take action, including announcing that they are suspending this fraternity.
Yeah. Tell us about this organization, Black Legion. Who are they, and what's going on there?
It's essentially a student government organization for African American students.
And they found out about this, and they did what? What were these letters?
Sure. So this letter actually, well, not only did they find out about it, but the members, or the black students who were allegedly verbally accosted in the street, were members of this organization. So similar to like the Missouri Students Association, which is actually not predominantly white, it's the governing body for all students. This governing body for black students has an activities committee, and that's who these students were part of, or what these students were part of. So programming and such, and they sent out this letter just saying that they were disgusted. They used, I recall, enough is enough, all caps at one point. We just did this last year. We're all trying to heal from this. We're making strides with administration, and then this happens.
Yeah. Why would they suspend the fraternity if two people are sitting on a porch and allegedly assuming what they said is true? Why would they suspend the whole fraternity?
Well, administrators, and this is even different administration, but still, Mizzou and the University of Missouri system administrators in the past have received complaints from students and alumni and others in the community for not acting swift enough, for not acting arguably in the right way when these situations have happened in the past. Now, initially, and it sounds like maybe some women who were walking on the street were initially the people who yelled or said something to these two Legions of Black Collegiate students who were, just walking. And then after that, these guys on the porch or whatever started yelling from Delta. I think it's Upsilon. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, though.
Right.
So I guess this is kind of their attempt to show that they're taking diversity and inclusion issues on campus very seriously, which is not just a marketing ploy that they've discussed nonstop for the last year, but something that they've been implementing actual policies about.
Yeah, no question. Missouri's taken a black eye, been the center of media attention all over the country.
Oh, absolutely.
Is there any evidence? It sounds to me, Ashley, like it's a he said, she said, you said this, no, you said this. Is there any evidence that either side is actually telling the truth?
So the weird thing is, no one can talk about anything at this point, because everything becomes part of like a Title IX investigation, for example. It's like sealing court documents, essentially. Right. So no one will talk about anything, especially with FERPA, and which protects these students' privacy. But this letter from Legions of Black Collegiates, for example, does say that that the cops were there when the students from Delta, Upsilon, whatever, started yelling. And if that's true, if they were there, they were able to identify those students pretty swiftly. I mean, that would be proof. Right. But we have no way of knowing.
Assuming they yelled a racial slur and something misogynistic, they didn't break any laws by doing that. It's insensitive. But is there a law that you're not allowed to yell something from the rooftop of a fraternity that is offensive to somebody?
So I actually asked about this yesterday too, because you think, well, what about hate crimes? And I don't have a law degree, but when I talked to the police public relations person from Mizzou's police department yesterday, he was saying, the difference between like what happened Tuesday night versus what happened last year when someone drew the swastika, or maybe that was 2 years ago, do the swastika on campus,
Right.
is that was vandalism, and therefore was also, like, you could be charged for a hate crime. With this, yelling while, he said it's disgusting, and what they said was disgusting, it's not, there was no vandalism. It wasn't technically,
right.
They can't charge them.
They were standing on a street corner screaming at somebody. That says as free speech as it gets. Interesting stuff. All right, Ashley Jost with the Post-Dispatch. We will continue to follow this story with you at stltoday.com. Thanks for checking in.
Thank you.
You got it. Ashley Jost with us. Post